time of your life. Make the most of it. The time of your life.
Hi, I'm Jack Alicini, and I own, produce, and co-host the Time of Your Life television program. We've been on the air since April of 1995. We're the longest-running program on WSFA. Our program targets the 50-plus segment, which is the largest and fastest-growing segment of our society. Each week, we bring to our viewers segments of interest to them at this time in their lives. Let's take a look at some of the segments of shows that have already run to give you a flavor of the content of the program. And welcome into Getting Help from Uncle Sam. Well, it's the election time of the year. We're into the month of May. And before you know it, it's going to be the primary. The first Tuesday in June of this year is the primary. We'll be electing a lot of different offices in the state of Alabama. Probably the one that has most focus is the office of governor. My guest today is Dr. Robert Bentley. And Dr. Bentley, you are going for the office of governor. But, you know, probably as a young man, you thought, gee, what would I like to be? You're actually a medical doctor, are you not?
I am a doctor.
You're a medical doctor. Well, now, somewhere in this career, you're thinking, I'd like to be governor. Why?
Well, actually,
you knew why you wanted to be a doctor,
right,
to help people.
That's right.
Probably this would help people also, right?
Well, this is public service.
Yes, it is.
And you know, we all, if we have an opportunity to do, we all need to do some type of public service. Mm-hmm. And I believe I'm qualified because of several reasons. Number one is I understand people, and I understand the people of Alabama. You know, being a physician and seeing 35 patients a day for the last 34 years, or maybe more than that at times, you know, you hear a lot of what goes on in a person's life. So I understand how people live, and I understand their problems. But also, I've had the privilege of serving House District 63 in the legislature. And so I understand how the legislature works, I understand budgets, and so you put all of those things together, and I'm qualified to be governor.
Welcome into Focus on Fashion, and we have Dale and Betty with us from Focus on Fashion in the Eastbrook Shopping Center, and I just love all the bright things that are in, so we're just having fun with this.
We're having fun with this.
So we're going to talk about some of your fashions that you can go over and see right now over at Focus on Fashion.
This is one of our new multiple groups, and look at this color, Virginia. Isn't it pretty, this kind of orangey brown color? But it is reversible.
Oh, I like that.
Look at that.
Isn't that neat?
Neat, nice capris. Little,
look at the embellishment on the bottom.
See on the bottom, little studs.
Great material.
Got a belt. It's cotton with little pockets.
This cut on the pocket is slimming as well.
Yes,
this is a good cut.
Very cut.
And I like the way they followed through up here on the top.
Kind of just brings it all in together. Now these pieces right here, Virginia, are all out of the same group.
Okay.
So you can mix and match. This is out of that group.
Wonderful.
Too.
I like that.
This is one of the tops. Look how they fade the shades in. Very pretty little things in here. And this goes with this skirt. There we go. So you can do just a
now
top.
That is, look how well, that's just perfect.
And welcome in On The Go. Summer's upon us, and you may be saying, where should I go for a little bit of getaway time? Maybe a little mini vacation, or it may be as much as a family reunion or a full-blown vacation. Well, there's still some interesting places you can look at this summer. My guest is Trish Gastineau, and you're with Alabama World Travel.
Yes, sir.
And you've been on the show many times before. And Trish, as people are looking out toward the summer, it's getting hot. Mm-hmm. You know, the beach can sometimes be a little bit iffy. And you know, again, it wasn't something that we planned. It's just something that kind of happened along the way. But how about areas like the mountains, which are within driving range? There's some beautiful mountain areas, aren't there?
Yes, sir. There are some really beautiful mountain areas, and there's some resorts in the mountains and the foothills of Alabama, North Georgia, and Tennessee, and North Carolina. There's several different resorts in those areas that offer a great experience, a resort type of experience that are not everyday household words that we have access to that are just wonderful.
Oh, you know, Virginia, I've lived here since 1962. During that period of time, each year we go down to the beach.
Right.
At least 2 or 3 times. Very interesting. In all that period of time, I have never been to Pensacola Beach.
Oh, beautiful.
Well, last year, in May, Pat and I decided we're going to go down and just kind of take a look at Pensacola Beach. We went down there and we kind of liked what we saw. So, last July, we went to Pensacola Beach and we fell in love with the area. We stayed at a really great property called Portofino. Pensacola Beach stretches from Gulf Breeze, Florida, some 27 miles until you hit Navarre Beach to the east. What's most unique about the beach is the fact that about 17 miles is state and federal areas with pure beach and no construction on either the Gulf or the Bay side. Welcome into your moving parts. We're moving along with our exercise program. It's going to be a 13-week program altogether. If you missed the first couple of weeks, we talked about getting started. We talked about the duration you should be doing exercises. And last week we got into stretches. Very interesting. A lot of people stretch thinking you do it before the exercise. Our special guru that we've got with us told us the right way. Dr. Michelle Olson, glad to have you back with us again this week.
Nice to be here.
Dr. Olson has her PhD in exercise, and she also is a professor at Auburn University. And last week she told us that if you're out there and you're going to stretch, do your exercises first, then at the end, let that be the opportunity to really get your body in shape.
I'm going to have you both lay back.
Okay.
Okay. Good. All right. And I'm just conventionally, sometimes we have you bend your knees, but with what you're going to do, we're not going to come up as far as sometimes we do where we should have our knees bent, okay? Now I want you to take your towels and I want you to put it back behind the base of your head, not your neck. Okay, so Jack, let's lay, I get it more around the base of your head.
Okay.
Okay, now don't pull too hard on your towel, but let it help you.
Okay.
Pull gently to lift your chin up, okay? There we go.
Yeah.
And I want you to kind of have the sense of your chin being tucked up behind your nose, okay? There you go, and you don't have to really strain too much. Now that you have your neck set, that's such an important part, let's simply do this. Let's take your ribs,
Okay.
and I want you to slide your ribs towards your hip bones and just stop. Okay? There you go. And then move your ribs away. Okay?
You're going to slide them toward the
There
hip
you go.
bones,
That's all the farther
Stop.
you really have to come up.
and then let them go back.
So we're going to inhale. We're going to prepare our head with our towel. Okay? And then slide your ribs down and stop and exhale. Good. And go back down.
Hi there, welcome in to Bon Appetit. And we have one of our very favorite people here with us today, and that is Lauren Cole. And Lauren works with the Department of Agriculture.
I do.
And she is a major partner with us, agriculture.
She says that about everybody.
Well,
no, really,
I'll take
really,
it.
no,
I'll
really,
take
you
it.
are, really, you are.
That's okay.
You're a sweetheart.
Thank
No, I'm just
you.
kidding
I enjoy getting
I
to come.
love everybody,
I know.
but I love you special.
Yeah, she is.
But agriculture has been a great proponent in supporting the Buy Alabama's Best. We want you to go out there, folks, and buy products that are made in Alabama.
Grown and made.
And that has to do with your produce as
Right.
well as your manufactured foods.
That's right.
So-
yeah, we've got one example
Yeah.
here today that we're going to do some homemade peach ice cream. You
You
can't
bet.
get any better than that in the summertime. So
that's right.
we're going to use some of our manufactured products like Barber's Milk. They're half and half. Put a little Alaga yellow label on top, and then but we're
Ah.
also using our Chilton
On
County
top of the peach ice cream?
Just a little
Just a
drizzle
little.
just
Oh,
sets
nice.
it off.
And then we've got our good Chilton County peaches. And I wanted to point out, you might see the little label on there. You can actually buy these at Walmart now, and at several of the different stores who we are so grateful that they're carrying local produce. But it is made in Alabama, even though you see the sticker on there. It's got Durbin Farms, which is Chilton County.
So I went to, you know, one of the things to talk about peaches, because my concern over the past few years is I'm getting tart peaches. They're getting, he said if it has the white meat on the inside, usually they're sweeter. And whoa.
Woohoo! We had a little heat going on that one, didn't we?
And a little meat.
Yeah, a little heat. I'm sorry. A hot mama.
Holy moly.
Well, I was
You see why you're our favorite person. You know,
I was going to let you know that we need the milk to heat up a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and pour a cup and a half of milk in there.
Start stirring
if you'll stir it, that way it won't get stuck or burnt to the
Exactly.
So a little fire there to start out our.
I love that. This will be a hot segment, folks.
And yeah, like Miss Virginia and I talk about, it's all about moderation, right? So
that's right.
You just eat a little.
That's right. If you
could have put 2 cups in. See, this is our way of moderating.
Exactly.
So this means that you can only.
Tougher to stir.
I know, but you can only have like
cups?
1 cup.
That's right.
Of ice cream.
Well, you know, you get your ice cream cooler, your ice cream maker out, and you get all the grandkids over, and you're not going to have very much left by the time they get all.
So you want the dipper here?
I'll let you do it. We'll put it in some of our cups, and hopefully it's not melted too much. We might even want to get our big
Can
cup
I stop
out.
stirring over here?
You can.
Okay,
You can.
I figured they're going to give me something to do.
Miss
Get me out of
Virginia,
their way.
you want to get the yellow label out?
We will do it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this looks so good.
Woo, and it might be a little messy. I recommend you might want to do this on your back porch.
We can handle messy.
That's right.
Put it on your back porch.
And with the heat these days, this has gotten a little bit melted on my trip over, but what you'll want to do...
We don't mind at all.
That's right. What you're going to want to do after your ice cream maker runs, you're going to want to fill it back up with ice on the outside, put a towel over it, give it a couple of hours like you normally do any other time you're making ice cream. So,
and then we're doing the famous
just a little drizzle.
Top off.
There you go.
Just a tiny, tiny, tiny drizzle right across the top. And if we had a sprig of mint, I would suggest you add that.
That makes it so pretty, doesn't it?
This makes it look really gourmet. And that's the Alaga Yellow Label syrup, which has a little bit of a honey base to go with that.
You know, there's
Honey and peaches together.
And then you're just in heaven now.
I'm in heaven.
Yes.
How many Psalms are there in the book of Psalms in the Hebrew Scriptures? If you say 150, you are right. How many of them are you familiar with? I find that many of us are familiar with Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, there is nothing I shall want.
But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law.
Do you ever say things to people and wish you could take it back? I'm Jay Wolf, pastor of Montgomery's First Baptist Church, and I have that problem all the time because I use a lot of words. And the Bible warns us in Proverbs 18:21 that life and death is in the power of your tongue.
Hey, for the best time of your life, have a positive attitude and know that all things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to His purpose.
As you can see, we end each of our shows with a reflection segment, since religion means a lot to our audience. Advertisers in the time of your life get great results and are impressed by the loyalty of our viewers. So if you're looking for an audience that has 2 things that most marketers are looking for, time and money, we invite you to join us as an advertiser on the time of your life.